You've been working hard as hell, getting to the gym 2 to 4 times per week, progressively changing your eating habits, improving your sleep, learning how to leverage heart rate training, and hitting your MEPS goal. You become emotionally attached to each part of the process because you know it works. You're making measurable progress towards your goal. What happens when one of these pillars you've built your success on stops working? In this week's Whiteboard Wednesday, we're addressing what happens when you can't get your heart rate up like you used to. Does that mean your results will slow down? Will you lose all the progress you've made? Come on, sonny. Nothing can knock the biscuit wheels off this gravy train. Before we get into what you can do to overcome this problem, let's address one thing. If this is a problem, it's one of the good ones that I hope everyone runs into during their training journey. This is a sign that you're getting the physiological response we want from training. 2 easy ways to know your conditioning is improving. 1, your heart rate response is better than it used to be. It doesn't elevate as easily and drops much quicker than it used to with the same level of perceived exertion. 2, your resting heart rate lowers. A resting heart rate below 60 is a sign that someone is in good physical shape from a conditioning standpoint. Now that we both agree you're getting in better shape, how the hell do you keep the intensity up enough to reach your goals? If you've been watching our previous Whiteboard Wednesdays, the simple answer is to do the exact opposite of what we taught you last week. In episode 4, we recommended lightening the load, decreasing the complexity of the movement, or changing posture if your heart rate was spiking too fast. Now that your work capacity has improved enough to become a member of the League of Shadows, it's time to push the envelope and see what you're really capable of. 5 steps to up the intensity once you've become a certified heart rate training assassin. Pick up a heavier weight. Even though each set of squats feels really challenging, it doesn't mean you're working as hard as you can. As long as you maintain alignment with integrity under load and you stop before complete failure, you can keep pushing. Just because your quads are screaming doesn't mean the set is over. There's a degree of muscular discomfort or muscular fatigue that is to be expected during training. Do more reps. Number 1 and number 2 go hand in hand. Should you do more reps or pick up a heavier weight? Easiest way to decide is to set a rep range instead of an exact rep goal. I would rather see someone have a goal of 8 to 12 reps than say 10 reps for a set. The rep range gives you more room for improvement before you're ready to pick up a heavier weight. So, more weight or more reps? If you didn't hit the top end of your rep range yet, do more reps as long as you maintain good form. Once you hit the top end of your range without hitting complete failure, then grab a heavier weight and start back at the bottom end of the rep range. Rinse and repeat. Get more work done in the same amount of time. Sometimes it's just as simple as taking less rest. Just because you're used to resting a minute in between sets doesn't mean you're always going to. Watch your heart rate like a hawk. Once the my zone hits the blue zone, get started on your next exercise. Still not able to elevate your heart rate because your work capacity is now better than your skill level with the exercises in your program? Consider adding simple moves in between strength exercises like medicine ball chest passes, battle ropes, or a bike sprint. Either way, follow your heart rate training protocol and listen to how your body feels. Increase the complexity of the movement. Once your body starts to adapt to a skill, the answer isn't always more weight. You can also increase the complexity of the move. If you split squat now, try back lunging. Adding the step makes the movement more challenging and more likely to boost the heart rate. Move up the developmental sequence. You started off unable to touch your toes, so you avoided deadlifting and focused more on half-kneeling movements. If you've been moving on a regular basis, following heart rate training protocols, avoiding movements that aren't right for you, like hinging, and mixing in mobility work, there's a good chance you've already earned your ability to touch your toes. After you high-five yourself for being awesome, then start learning how to deadlift. Learning a new skill and moving one level up the developmental sequence will both add a new challenge to your workout. Like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. You may not wear a cool spandex costume and dedicate your life to protecting the innocent citizens of your city, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take your training seriously. As you get stronger, we also recommend you learn more about the strength game. We want you to have fun with this whole process, but we also want you to educate yourself enough that you can stay safe while increasing your badassery. Is that a word? It is now. Thank you for joining us for the last installment in our My Zone series. Next month, we'll be dedicating Whiteboard Wednesday to everyone's favorite topic to love to hate, nutrition. Whether you hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. And I'm going to shine, homie, until my heart stops. 5. Number 5. So I'll put number 1 on the screen. I don't know why I'm saying that because I'm not going to watch this. Number 2. I have trouble with number 2. Pick up. This means pick up. I was thinking about the way I was going to start this. I wanted to start it up like, why can't I get it up like I used to? My heart rate. But Yep, Teresa said no. Right there. Number one, scroll. Should. I should. Let's rest. Just because you, I keep adding the same. Yep. It didn't mean get more work done in the same amount of time. Is now better than your skill level with the exercises in your program running out of air. God damn it, that was gonna be one take. And you open the door. Let's scroll up.